Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How you feeling? Hi. This is your girl, Tysheen, and I'm back with another video of Scotland. Yes. How are ya? How you feeling? Hope you're doing great. Yes, I did a ton of video of Scotland, so yes, a lot. I still have way more videos to do about Scotland. A lot of videos I have to do. Yeah, because I don't want to forget y'all. I didn't forget y'all, I should say. I didn't forget y'all, okay? It might seem that way, but I didn't. But, so this one is going to be the worst places to live in Scotland. I did one, the best place to live in Scotland, I believe. I always you know, do like worst and best, okay? Because it's not fair. I can't just focus on the negative things about a certain country. I try to like throw in positive too. Well, mostly positive, not too much negative. And it's just as videos, I just be curious, you know, I just want to know, you know? So let's just get straight to the video.
Is to live in Scotland. As one of the great countries making up the United Kingdom, Scotland is under serious internal and external pressure to live up to the standard expected of the UK. Thus, those living in Scotland or hoping to move to Scotland one day have reasons to hope that they are or will be living in one of the best places. Just like every other great nation, however, cities and towns in Scotland don't have all factors and amenities working for them equally. Some of them are not so good. Let me share with you the worst places to live in Scotland. Please note that these worst places to live in Scotland are by no means the worst places to live in the world. As I said earlier, Scotland as a part of the UK is one of the places people are dying to live. Thus, living in Scotland and being gainfully employed there, you should consider yourself very fortunate. Yet the following places are some of those that Scots don't want to live, from my finding and my research. Number 8. Falkirk. Let's start with Falkirk, a town in the central lowlands of Scotland that is historically in the country of Stirlingshire. It's the main town and administrative centre of the unitary Falkirk council area. This town is in the Forth Valley, 23.3 miles northwest of Edinburgh and 20.5 miles northeast of Glasgow. Despite its rich history and location at the Forth and Clyde and Union Canals junction, which has once proved key to its growth, Falkirk is one of the worst places to live in Scotland.
What? Look at this. That is nice. Ooh, I love the artwork. I don't know who did this. They did a great job. This is nice. I like that.
In the review by one of the residents, education is not given priority in the town.
Damn.
Yes, the town is home to the largest of the 4 campuses of Forth Valley College, yet the majority of the students are probably not from Falkirk. The efforts of the 8 high schools which were recently rebuilt appear not to be good enough to erase the derogatory description of Falkirk as the Ned capital of Scotland. Getting on the roads of this town, you see some folks displaying publicly their low social standing and education. You also see needless violent dispositions born out of their inability to accurately judge situations. Number 7.
What are people doing? I said this in another video, like what is going on? And y'all pay tax, right? And y'all not getting the service y'all need there. Sad.
Coatbridge. Coatbridge, a town in North Lanarkshire, some 9 miles east of Glasgow city centre in the central lowlands, is another one of the worst places to live in Scotland. This town, with Airdrie, its neighbour, as a part of the greater Glasgow urban area, is where you'll find a lot of junkies, with one of them ready to accost you. The ancient town with the earliest known settlements, dating back to the Stone Age, is described by a disgruntled resident as nightmarish, adding, "You see them, the locals, everywhere, swaggering and grunting at each other in their version of English with all the slang." Others interviewed claimed that at any time you walk down a street, you'll surely find something burning, be it a house, a car, or even a child's bike. The issues of miscreants' dominance of the town's major centres make this town one of the worst places to live in Scotland. In the afternoons, you can be sure they'll be in the stores looking for freebies, and at night, looking for who to rob or what to vandalise.
Oh, that is sad. That is sad. Something needs to be done. Something needs to be done. Come on. What is going on?
Number 6. Stirling. The next one of the worst places to live in Scotland is Stirling, a city in central Scotland, 26 miles northeast of Glasgow and 37 miles northwest of Edinburgh, the Scottish capital. Located on the River Forth, this city, which is the administrative centre for the Stirling Council area, was awarded city status in 2002 by the Queen. Yet the city is seen by many people living in Scotland as a chav town that is attracted only to rogues. The local shopping malls have been described as thistle centres that appear to provide employment to only those having issues with the law. This city is where you have parents brazenly encouraging kids in their indignity. While crime rates are not particularly high in this city, all sorts of crimes are being committed, albeit at a moderate level here. Subsequently, the quality of life in Stirling has been negatively affected compared to other cities in Scotland. Number 5. Kilmarnock. Kilmarnock in East Ayrshire and the administrative centre of East Ayrshire Council is our next point of call. It is the largest town in Ayrshire and the 15th most populated place in Scotland. Yet it's one of the worst places to live in the country. Kilmarnock, Scotland is allegedly a place a guy can publicly punch his girlfriend at a bus station and get a big cheer. The place has a lot of drug addicts wandering up and down the street with their long pipes, looking for more, or at least cigarettes. It's so bad that it even shows in their speech. And with the way kids speak in Kilmarnock, you can't be sure which of them ever went to school. You can't feel safe living in such a place. The Kilmarnock roundabout was once listed among the most dangerous locations in Scotland. Number 4. Paisley. Now comes the turn of Paisley, a Scottish town in Renfrewshire, in the west-central lowlands of Scotland. It borders Glasgow to the east and straddles the banks of the White Cart Water. Though it's the largest town in the historic county and the 5th largest settlement in the country, earning the title Scotland's largest town, it never has city status. The town is one of the worst places to live in Scotland. Our commenters have a lot of reasons to condemn the town that one of them describes as irritable from birth. Some of those living there even dare to say that it qualifies as one of the worst places to live in the UK. You have to be careful here if you don't want your cell phone to be nicked, even while still being used.
What?
Fast foods in Paisley's diet are mostly kebabs and pizza. It just has to count among the worst places to live in the UK.
And just to think that these places they were never like this. To think that these places, I don't know, like 30, 50 years ago, these places, they weren't like this. Just to think that, I don't know what happened. Maybe something there was making money, some type of factory or something was there where there was more jobs were available back then. And of course, the cost of living is getting higher, so things are definitely going to get worse. And then there's nothing attracting tourists, to come there, visit, and bring money in there. Nothing is being done, so it's just sad to see a place going down under. And correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know if what he's saying is true, if you agree with this list. But maybe it's not that bad. Look, I'm only going based off what he's saying on this video. So if you live at any of these places, let me know, and let me know how if it's really that bad or if it's not. Just let me know. But if it is, this is sad, really sad.
Number 3, Inverness. If the places mentioned earlier dock this list, there is no reason why Inverness can be excluded from my listing of the worst places to live in Scotland. The city, whose name means mouth of the River Ness, is in the Scottish Highlands. Inverness is the Highland Council administrative centre. Though regarded as the capital of the Highlands, it's also described as rough as boar and twice as disgusting. Yes, it's a bustling, sophisticated city up north in Scotland. However, you get the real reason not to live in Inverness once night falls, especially on weekends. Residents of some parts of this city know the uncultured folks around them that can be mugged, beaten, stabbed or even murdered, and that can do the same to their folks. Inverness shares too much in the woes peculiar to cities, and this makes it one of the worst places to live in Scotland.
No.
Number 2, West Dumbartonshire. West Dumbartonshire is on many headlines, not for good reasons. As one of Scotland's...
If they're doing that crime, you know, the law needs to be more strict. If they're doing that, the law needs to be more strict. Like, this is ridiculous. I don't know how often they're doing that, because, like, you know, there's crimes everywhere. Everybody has crime. You know, it doesn't matter where you live. I don't care where you live. There are crimes everywhere. But if the crime is getting out of control, then something needs to be done. Something needs to be done. The law needs to be more strict. Like, it needs to be more strict.
Scotland's 32 local government council areas, it lies in the west of Glasgow, in holding many of Glasgow's commuter towns and villages, and also bordering Argyll and Bute, Renfrewshire, Stirling, and of course, East Dumbartonshire. West Dumbartonshire has always found a place in negative rankings. We too can comfortably agree with its ranking here among the worst places to live in Scotland. For instance, it is among the most deprived areas in Scotland, according to official figures.
Place. Look how beautiful
it also
that place
has one
is.
of the highest percentages of deprived areas, with fewer resources and opportunities, high rates of poverty and inequality, and the effects of the damaging legacy of the social and economic policies of yesteryears. Number 1. Cumbernauld. The number 1 on this list of worst places to live in Scotland is Cumbernauld, a large town in North Lanarkshire. It's the most populous town in North Lanarkshire and the 9th most populous locality in Scotland. Cumbernauld is on the Scottish watershed and between the Forth and the Clyde. Since 2003, Cumbernauld has continued to be voted...
And it's a set. Look at this place. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the way they have their flowers. Everything just looks so nice and pretty. You can tell they do take care of the place, but it's just sad what's going on in this place.
As one of the worst in this and that. One of the participants in recent voting says that Cumbernauld is full of hard and rough men involved in the drugs deals, adding that it's a dangerous place to live. Another reviewer believes that Cumbernauld was built to accommodate the worst of the scum that the city of Glasgow did not want. What do you think? Are there any other worst places to live in Scotland apart from the ones here? Please let me know in the comments section and kindly
I don't know what to say. I don't even know why I choose this video. Why did I choose this video to watch? This is depressing. I hate to hear stuff like this, but it's true reality, you know. I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how true this is, but from what I'm seeing and hearing, it's like, I shouldn't say what I'm seeing, because what I'm seeing is such a beautiful place, but what I'm hearing is like very disturbing, and I don't know how true this stuff that he's saying, but if it's true, then something needs to be done. I don't know if the people that lives there just giving up. Maybe they're just tired. You know, maybe, you know, maybe they are talking up and it's just going through one ear to the other. Because sometimes there's so much you could say, or sometimes there's so much you could really do. It's you know. But this is pretty much a lot of places. It's just not in Scotland. This is pretty much a lot of places, or, you know, nice, beautiful town is just going under. You know, nothing is being approved. They're not trying to do anything to keep the community more, you know, keep it going. So yeah, that's all I can say. I don't know what else to say. Well, comment below. Let me know if you live in any of these places, and let me know how it is over there and what's being done. Have you seen any changes, or what's he saying? You don't agree with this list? Is there anything else you want to add? Anything you think that should be on this list? Comment below. Let your girl know. And I will see you, lovely people. Take care. Take care.